So we're trying to grow with that trend. Our customers are looking to us to be able to make recommendations, be able to work with them as they evolve their thinking for AI, for quantum. So it's an exciting time to be alive, and exciting time to be in IT. But so we're really looking at a number of different things, and as a reseller, we sort of have two audiences that we serve, and the first is our OEMs like Ivanti, and then also our customer base, and listening to what they need and how they're asking for help and where they're getting stuck with market research and with some of these definitional things. So in listening to those two things, we're talking to each one of our OEMs, and with Ivanti, we've been so fortunate because there have been so many acquisitions, and there are new capabilities being added all of the time, and there's a wide portfolio. So we can talk through and leverage existing relationships, which is really cross-sell is in many ways I prefer to your net new capture, because you're working with existing
Yeah.
relationships and you're able to have a better degree of candor around, all right, this is where we are, this is what we have, here's what's working, here's what's not. And then with the same group of people, let's move on to the next conversation instead of kicking it back off with an introduction and who are you and what it.
All the rest
So
of it.
it's an interesting evolution. I hope I answered your question.
Absolutely. So in that install base, you have somewhat of a captive audience,
Mhm.
right? Do you think it helps you with customer retention to be able to drive customer success, and when you have different things to go talk to them about?
Absolutely, but it does take a little bit of a different skill set. It's a little bit more nuanced, as
Yeah.
I mentioned before. So with cross sell, the install based management piece can be a double edged sword. Because on the one hand, great, we all know each other, we have this relationship. On the other hand, they are, I think, more resistant to true marketing type of efforts, right? So some of the
Yeah.
things we would think of for a net new brand, net new logo capture, I think it was McKinsey said about only 15% of customers are actually receptive to cross sell initiatives from a marketing perspective. And I have a sort of a personal example of this. As salespeople, we sometimes have to take off that sales hat and put our consumer hat back on. And this might be a sort of off topic example, but I had a pick your own farm
Yeah.
that opened near me 3 years ago. Love that, love it. And we
Yeah.
we heard their marketing. We saw their ad in the paper. I saw their page on Facebook, and so we went to try it out. Had a great time. Talked to the owners. The next year, they still had marketing stuff going on that I was kind of ignoring. And then the owner
Oh,
texted
yeah.
me, "Hey, Sarah, really enjoyed having you and the kids. Wanted to let you know the strawberries will be ready in 2 weeks. Would love to
Oh,
see you."
wow.
And it was like, "I'll be there, Becky." So having this personal recommendation is going to get you much further than marketing, and it really does require
Yeah.
true relationship building to do well, because you can't only be reaching out with sales all the time, right? Because
Yeah.
nobody likes salespeople, right? We don't mind if our friends sell us something every once in a while, but it can't be every single dial. But so as you're building this
Yeah.
relationship, as you're having this personal outreach, as you're building the context of the account, you're absolutely creating customer retention sort of organically. If you're doing cross sell
Yeah.
well, customer retention is not necessarily even something you have to focus on directly. It will happen with their comfort level, with their, oh, I know who this is
Yeah.
calling me and I meant to ask about her mom, that kind of thing.